Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is January 28th, 2025, and we are coming off of one of the worst days of the year. Saw a crazy day with NVIDIA. Days of the year. That's me. You had NVIDIA yesterday, literally the largest single stock wipeout in history, and everybody's still trying to figure out the DeepSeek stuff, but I will tell you, it's a little bit more calm than yesterday, but now you got to worry about Donald Trump and the tariffs and the dollar. He came out last night with a bunch of stuff that's got the bonds moving around, the euro, the pound, and really even into this morning, you're still feeling that effect. So believe it or not, you have the Fed meeting. They're going in today. We're not going to hear from them till tomorrow, but everything's starting to line up. We got a couple of things to juggle, from politics, bonds, and the dollar to the Fed, and then ultimately what is going on with AI. So we got a lot to cover. You guys are here right now. We got to shout out the veterans and do a lot of other things, but it's going to be a good one, man. I hope you guys are ready. Happy Tuesday and good morning, Chad. What's going on, baby? What up, Zoraj, Ansel, Malcolm, Regal, PNC, James Owen, Mr. Jordan, Mitch Matsuno, winning loser, Josh Weber, Jeff Kent, baby, 4 for 4, CYBO, what up, Mo Business, good morning, Ryan, Todd, Rami, Mr. Misty, Mr. Mystery, El Trabato, Enrique, James, Carl, what's going on, baby? Good morning, you say, how you feeling, Eddie? What's up, Brady? What's going on, David? Are you guys ready? You saw the long term yesterday, right? What up, J-Man? Oh, Benny Silverio, baby. Samuel, Ali, Deco, Andrew, Gunnar, Bruno. What's up, baby? Oh, turnaround Tuesday. Oh, that's what the Twitch says. What up, Iron? What up, Payday? Good morning, Roach, Dinosaurus, Toy Soldier, Slizzin, Blizzy B, Uncle Nick, Roach, Vince again, and Red Beans. And you got the YouTube. What up, Jim? What up, Dos Nacho? What up, Two Feather? What up, Nate McAllister? Good morning. Are you guys ready or what, man? I'm this. So today, again, yesterday was all about AI. We didn't hear Trump till after the bell. Maybe we get a lot more Trump today, and then we get into earnings. There is a lot of earnings out there as well, too. Do not forget, 40% of the S&P 500 is reporting right now. So keep that in mind, or at least this week. But here is Josh AI with the news. Good morning. Shout out to the vets, baby. God bless America. Amen. NASDAQ futures edge higher as NVIDIA rebounds. U.S. stock futures fluctuated after Monday's tech-fueled sell-off as traders scooped up beaten down chip makers and power providers. NASDAQ 100 contracts added 0.1% following a 3% retreat on Monday, and S&P 500 futures were steady. NVIDIA Corp jumped 4% in pre-market trading after plunging 17% yesterday. Broadcom Inc. and Marvel Technology Inc. advanced. Constellation Energy Corp, which helps AI's power-hungry data centers, gained 3% after yesterday's 21% wipeout. In Europe, stocks climbed on the back of upbeat earnings. Meanwhile, the dollar strengthened against its major peers, and copper fell on President Donald Trump's latest comments about tariffs to reporters on Monday night. The U.S. president said he wants to enact across-the-board tariffs that are much bigger than 2.5%. In a speech from Florida, he also pledged tariffs on specific sectors, including semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, steel, copper, and aluminum. I remain an equity bull and would view this as a dip to be bought, said Michael Brown, senior research strategist at Pepperstone Group Limited. That said, understandably, conviction to catch a falling knife might be a little lacking for the time being. The new U.S. administration has been debating trade levies through January, with Bloomberg News reporting Trump's advisors were considering a gradual increase of about 2% to 5% a month. Treasuries edged lower, with the 10-year yield climbing 2 basis points to 4.56%. Earnings test. Traders will be focusing on earnings announcements from the likes of Microsoft Corp and Apple Inc. later this week. Profit growth for the biggest technology companies is projected to come in at the slowest pace in almost 2 years this season. At the same time, Mohit Kumar, a strategist at Jefferies International Limited, said Monday's losses for the sector may have gone too far. Is it time to fade yesterday's move? Our view would be a selective yes, D. Kumar said. Corporate highlights HSBC Holdings PLC is set to withdraw from providing equity capital markets and advisory services outside of its core operations in Asia and the Middle East over the coming months, according to a memo seen by Bloomberg News. The shares were down 0.2% in London. SAP SE shares rose to a record high. Europe's biggest technology company reported fourth quarter cloud sales that slightly beat analysts' expectations as it won customers with new artificial intelligence capabilities. Siemens Energy AG gained as much as 5.1% in early trading. The manufacturer increased its cash flow outlook for the year after beating analysts' revenue and profit estimates in its first quarter. Pacific Investment Management Company is among asset managers looking at buying a portion of $3 billion of debt tied to Elon Musk's buyout of X, according to people with knowledge of the matter. LVMH, Moet Hennessy, Louis Vuitton SE fell 1% after selling its stake in Stella McCartney back to the brand's founder. Dollar climbs as Trump puts tariff threats back on the agenda. The dollar strengthened against all of its peers on Tuesday as comments from President Donald Trump and his Treasury Secretary stoked concern about widespread U.S. trade tariffs. The dollar spot index rose as much as 0.5% after Trump said he was considering universal tariffs on everything from steel and copper to semiconductor chips. The euro fell as much as 0.7%, while the yen lost nearly 1%, and the moves follow weeks of back and forth over the scope of potential tariffs, with Bloomberg News reporting earlier this month discussions within Trump's economic team about slowly ramping up levies. A report from the Financial Times late on Monday suggested that Scott Bessent, the new head of the Treasury Department, supports gradual universal tariffs starting at 2.5%. And Trump later added he wants tariffs much bigger than 2.5% and strongly suggested he could impose specific levies on automobiles from Canada and Mexico, countries that he's already threatened with 25% across-the-board tariffs as soon as Feb 1. His remarks follow a brief trade spat with Colombia, which had already put the trade debate front and center this week. Trump says Microsoft eyeing TikTok, bid to keep app in U.S. Microsoft Corp is in talks to acquire the U.S. arm of ByteDance Ltd's TikTok. President Donald Trump said Monday night without elaborating. I would say yes, Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One when asked if Microsoft is in discussions to purchase the app. A lot of interest in TikTok. There's great interest in TikTok. Microsoft declined to comment on reports of the company's involvement in a deal. Diameter Darsana snapped up major share of $1 billion of X debt. Diameter Capital Partners and Darsana Capital Partners were among firms that snapped up a major chunk of $1 billion of debt tied to Elon Musk's buyout of X, according to people with knowledge of the matter. The loans offered to a select group of investors were seen as a proof of concept trade that could help underpin demand for the social media platform's borrowings before it was marketed to a broader group of buyers, and the deal paved the way for the banks led by Morgan Stanley to seek out more investors for as much as $3 billion of additional senior debt. Spokespeople for Darsana, Diameter, and Morgan Stanley declined to comment. Top overnight news. Trump spoke after the Mon closed and said in the very near future he would be placing tariffs on computer chips, semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, steel, aluminum, and copper (BBG). Trump said he wants universal tariffs much larger than 2.5% and has a tariff level in mind but had not said it yet, which followed an earlier report in FT that Treasury Secretary Bessent is pushing for a gradual 2.5% universal tariffs plan in which the 2.5% levy would move higher by the same amount each month. Trump said he will work with Congress on a plan to secure the borders and that they need a massive increase in funding for border security, while he will work with Congress on tax cuts and must permanently extend tax cuts previously passed under the Trump administration. Trump reiterated drill, baby, drill, and said he will give fast approval to anyone building a plant for electric generation. Trump also stated that tariffs will be placed on computer chips in the near future, and he will place tariffs on producers of pharmaceuticals, while he added that steel and other industries will be considered for tariffs, and tariffs will also be placed on aluminum and copper. Furthermore, he said if you want to stop placing the tariffs, companies need to build plants in the U.S., and it is good that companies in China have come up with a faster method of artificial intelligence, whereby Chinese startup DeepSeek should be a wake-up call. U.S. Senate voted 68-29 to confirm Scott Bessent as Treasury Secretary, who is pushing for new universal tariffs on U.S. imports to start at 2.5% and rise gradually. The 2.5% levy would move higher by the same amount each month, giving business time to adjust and countries a chance to negotiate with the Trump's administration. FTD Speaker Johnson said he doesn't think Trump's tariffs will hit whole countries or whole industries with across-the-board levies. Politico, NVIDIA said on Monday that the need for its chips would rise as a result of increased demand for DeepSeek services. NVIDIA also said that DeepSeek appears to be telling the truth when it said its model was made without access to the highest-end GPUs. BBGI, PIMCO, and Apollo are among asset managers considering buying a portion of the next $3 billion of debt tied to Elon Musk's buyout of X. People familiar said BBG, Japan's government risks rejection of its annual budget if it doesn't concede more ground to a small opposition party seeking a larger tax-free allowance. BBG, Japan is considering an ordinance to allow GPIF to participate directly in government bond auctions. People familiar said the fund at present purchases JGBs from auctions via securities companies. The change will make it easier for the fund to rebalance its portfolio. BBG, Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the UK economy is starting to turn around and indicated he wanted a better trading relationship with the US. BBG. There's more. Yeah, there's a headline on OpenAI for the government, and then Boeing just took off 2% literally right now. I don't have the headline yet, though. S&P futures, they're up by 0.2 Tuesday morning trading, a little bit below pre-market levels, comes after U.S. equities sold off on Monday, with the NASDAQ 100 down 3%, the biggest decline in 6 weeks. AI complex, the big drag with NVIDIA losing nearly $600 billion in market value. However, breadth was positive on rotations to staples, banks, healthcare, and even other tech names. Treasuries weaker with the curve steepening after safe haven rally on Monday. Dollar is up by 0.5 on latest tariff headlines. Gold is up by 0.6. Bitcoin up by 1.4, and WTI is up by 1.4 as well. Market trying to bounce as Monday's DeepSeek upheaval narrative gets dialed back a bit. Some rate reprieve from the discussion about favorable demand implications surrounding more efficient computing, Javin's paradox, while also thoughts on near-term threat to AI capex ramp may be overblown. Rational dynamics in retail dip buying on Monday. Some other areas of optimism outside of AI. Tariffs continue to dominate the headlines. Trump talking about a global tariff rate much bigger than the 2.5 recently flagged by Treasury Secretary Bessent. Also promised tariffs on semis, pharma, steel, copper, and aluminum, while also threatening Canada and Mexico over auto production. SAP beat full-year guide a bit below midpoint. RTX Q4 free cash flow full-year revenue light. Boeing loss wider than expected. Announced portfolio review. LMT Q4 results missed. Full-year EPS guide light. RCL beat and raised full-year EPS. GM beat and guided full-year ahead with China a bright spot. KMB margin weakness offset by organic growth. NUE had big Q4 beat, but Q1 guide seemed to underwhelm. SYF full-year revenue guide miss. Flag selective consumer spend. EG guided 24 net income below, citing an unfavorable reserve development. WRB beat on better combined ratio. GGG missed and flagged slower demand across end markets. Wall beat with help from better fee income outside of earnings. LW holder Jana said it is strong support for significant board and leadership change. Headline durable good orders are down 2.2 month over month versus expectations for a monthly gain. Fourth decline in past 5 months. However, core capital goods better than forecast. Conference Board of Consumer Confidence, Richmond Fed manufacturing, and Case Shiller home prices on the economic calendar later this morning. Treasurer also selling $44 billion of 7-year notes this afternoon following a 2-year auction on Monday. FOMC decision the highlight on Wednesday, though Fed widely expected to leave policy unchanged and no updated SEP. First look at Q4 GDP initial claims and pending home sales set for Thursday. Friday brings core PCE, ECI, and Chicago PMI. This week also features rate decisions from Bank of Canada on Wednesday and ECB on Thursday. In Washington, RFK hearing set for January 29th and Gabbard on January 30th. And I think that might be it, bro. I know, very, very early. You had December new home sales. Those rose 3.6. A buyback. I have tinfoil. So, again, do you guys not remember the video last week? So, well, yeah, this whole DeepSeek thing, because, again, we talked about it and talked about this being a black swan and how it probably isn't right now. And we got to wait. And, again, this was definitely the first scary narrative for AI. But do y'all remember when I was showing you a video about how Wall Street was underpositioned? Does that sound familiar? Like last week? And then now you just had this big pullback. So now they can get positioned. Yeah, that's the problem. So if we bounce back too quick, I think that's Wall Street taking advantage of it. Otherwise, like I said, we're going to have to see with earnings. If earnings are good, you're going to get Men in Black. Everyone's going to forget. And then if earnings are bad, then we'll go from there. But you do got to think about that because now, bro, I'm telling you, this was old news and it hit everybody. But yesterday was a historical move. So the real question is, does it lead to something or did everybody just use this narrative to get repositioned because they were lagging? Ta-da! Neuralize. That's what it's called, man. But yeah, that's all we got right now for news. Again, everything is related to tariffs. That little headline around what Donald Trump said and then Scott Bessent. I'm surprised the bonds aren't getting blown up a little bit more and the dollar's not up much, but it is slowly getting aggressive. I just think everybody had to focus with that. Trump announced a lot of things on steel, on chips. Let me put it this way. There's a video going around. He didn't say it, but he did not say it verbatim, but you could definitely get the idea. I think right now I would put this at like a 15% chance probability. I believe Donald Trump may try to abolish income tax. And that's the weird part. So he didn't say it. People were putting out a video of him talking about McKinley and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know. He didn't. People are trying to say that he said it. He didn't actually say it. But if you listen to the history and what he was talking about, he was pretty much insinuating a time where we had no income tax and heavy tariffs. And then yesterday, again, this is all the same speech. He starts talking about tariffs on chips, making them here, on steel. Then you got all of a sudden Scott Bessent gets confirmed. And now homeboy's like, yeah, I'm down with universal 2.5% tariff. So, and then again, he said he has a tariff number in mind that is way higher than 2.5, but they haven't done it. SoftBank discussing raising more debt backed by arm stake. Hot dog. So other than that, we got some pre-market movers. A-Lab is up by 6.3. Northlab Capital Markets upgrade. GEV is up by 5. RCL up 5. Earnings and River Cruises. VIST up 4.9. CN up 4.9. JP Morgan upgrade. BWXT up by 4.4. Manufacturing contracts. RTX up 4. Earnings. VRT up 2.8. Melius Research downgrade. Autodesk up 2.4. Mizuho upgrades. DHR up 2.3. SRT T3GR earning sympathy, Affirm 2.2, Compass upgrade, Symbiotic is up by 2.2 completes previously announced transaction with Walmart, Oracle up 2.2, TMO up 2.2, earning sympathy from Germany, Ally is up 1.7, insider buy, ET is up by 1.8, dividend increase, NNE is up by 7, APLD 5.9, Compass Point initiates buy, CVLT down by 4.9 off earnings, VSCO 4.5, Barclays upgrade. Alclo 4.2 MOU with Knightbridge. Vera is up by 3.7. Goldman initiates buy. TLN 3.6. Reliability must run settlement agreement for Brandon Shores and H.A. Wagner. RGen up 1.8, SRT3, Germany Sympathy, AKRO is up by 1.5, 300 million common stock offering, ALLK is up 17, Holo up 16, MNMD up 6.8, Evercore initiates outperform, ARCT is up by 5.5, BTIG initiates buy, World is up by 1.6 off earnings, Juniper down 5.3, Capital Forum comments regarding pending merger with HPE, SYF down 5.1 off earnings, VIC down 4.2 in reaction to RCL launching Celebrity River, SYY down 3.5 off earnings, PCAR down 3.4 off earnings, LMT down 3.3 earnings, Kimberly Clark down 1 off earnings, GM down 0.3 off earnings, Boeing down 0.1 off earnings, now flipped to positive 5, probably during the conference call. Actually, it usually starts in the day, though. NEP down 24 off earnings, JetBlue down 8.5 off earnings, PII down 6.8 off earnings, Sound down 4.5, 500 mixed shelf, LPTX down 57, initial clinical data, SABS down 22, top line phase 1 study with potentially disease-modifying T1D therapy, and TVGN down by 10. Hot dog. Is arm down on that? SoftBank? He using it like a credit card. I don't oppose it, but yeah. They had separately started discussions to borrow as much as $18 billion for Stargate. Boeing says engaged with Musk on Air Force One program. CEO says engaged with Musk on Air Force One. More details to follow. So that's why Boeing's up 5. Literally. Like, actually. Boeing is up 5 on Elon Musk headline. Yeah. No, all you do is sell to make it free. So if you spent $10 on a play and then it goes to 20, you buy 2 of them and then you sell one of them back, you get your $20 and now you have all your money. Ta-da! But, Chattadonia, since we are going to have to eventually move on over, I think it's time. We got headlines. I'm excited for today. We're going to have a lot more, God willing. But speaking of God willing, oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for real, man, especially if you're in here right now, I hope this is something that you truly live. I got a great philo for you guys today. And it's not, I don't want you guys to be all, this isn't about getting like radicalized in any way. It's just really understanding, man. Every single day, we enjoy a level of freedom. I'm telling you, my parents came to this country, and I'm so grateful that they did, man. And if you've ever studied the history, I'm not a big fan of politicians, but I am a very big fan of the American citizens that have served for this country, and they had good in their heart, and they had the right purpose, they had the right intention, and I know we got a lot of them in here. So every day, man, this is something I'm honored to do, but for real, like I said, what good is a philo? What good is all of this if we don't bring this into real life? I truly hope all of you just can, not because I'm telling you, but, go look, go read, go see it, man, and just understand. And I hope you could all gain a true appreciation for the people of this country that have fought for our freedoms. Like I said, I'm a pacifist, man. I don't believe in certain things, but to take away the honor and respect that people have given for this country, I can never do that. These are honorable people that have given to their country every single day in, day out, in their families. So, veterans, thank you guys for everything. Police officers, firefighters, janitors, coaches, garbage men, teachers. It's one part of it, man. That's why I say we shout out everybody. I do think the vets have a special place in my heart, but for real, man, if you are helping your community run every single day out there, I think there's a lot of people that don't get noticed for it. So I hope that we can, baby. But God bless you all. Thank you for everything, veterans. And y'all better show this in real life. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Senators! Oh, it's game time, baby. Oh, no, let's go. Oh, the horn feels loud today, bro. You know what I'm saying? The horn, it feels ready to go. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, Chatadonia. Good morning. So, Chatadonia, you're blessed, bro. Let's go. Are y'all ready for a good day? Is the horn? I know he's on one, man. So that's all we got. Again, not a lot of headlines, and I think we might be getting the first Trump press briefing today, believe it or not, man. So that could be a lot of fun. But again, I do think a lot of the market is focused right now on either the rebound in Nvidia and or really what happens with tariffs in the dollar. So get ready for all of that. But Chatadonia, I think it might be time to move over. I'll be a little early for him. How do you guys feel about that? I got to copy that. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see you guys there. It'll move you here. Oh, look it. They're waiting already. That's wonderful. So, yeah, we will see you guys on the other one. Oh, I'm on the Philo. Oh, I already X'd it out. Damn it. I X'd it out. All right. Well, here it is. I'm going to end this stream. Go to the other link. This will be for everybody. And God bless America, baby. For real, veterans. Thank you. God bless every single one of you. Amen. Amen. Woo!